Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
New information for you this evening. The Becker County Sheriff's Department has identified the man found dead in a home in Audubon, Minnesota, as 35-year-old Stephen Scott LaFasia.
Earlier today, charges were filed against 29-year-old Michael Ray Mason for second-degree murder without intent and possession of a firearm. Police were called to the home at 390 Eagle Street in Audubon on Tuesday after shots were reportedly fired. When officers arrived, they found a man deceased.
A Devils Lake police officer who shot and killed a man earlier this summer will not be prosecuted. Detective Brandon Potts killed 26-year-old Daniel Fuller on July 5th after officers responded to a call about a suspicious person. Investigators say Fuller died after Potts' gun went off during a struggle. The Ramsey County State's attorney says that Potts had probable cause to believe the use of deadly force was necessary based upon evidence from a dash cam video and witnesses. Pott is a 10-year veteran of the force and has been on paid administrative leave.
Several Kennedy Elementary staff members are recovering after 2 lockdowns today. While the district didn't provide details, including the extent of injuries, a whistleblower said that they were caused by an unruly student.
Tonight, Valley News Team's education reporter Veronica Marshall tells us what community members want to know about how the district is going to keep their kids safe. Veronica?
Andrea, today's lockdowns weren't even the first ones Kennedy Elementary went through this week. The school district confirms there was another lockdown earlier in the week, which also involved a student. So students tell me that when I was outside Kennedy Elementary, that there have been too many lockdowns already. In its notice to parents about today's lockdowns, the school talked about how parents can help children who may have been frightened by what happened today. But it isn't only children who are responding. I've seen a range of responses from adults online and calling into the station, figuring out how we can stop more lockdowns from happening. So we went to state education leaders about what they recommend. North Dakota's Department of Public Instruction says schools should use research-based violence prevention programs in their daily curriculum. Fargo Public Schools tells me they're currently doing that. The district's LRE task force is another attempt at solving the problem. The Least Restrictive Environment Task Force finishes up next week, where its members will come up with their final recommendations for the school board on how to help students with severe behavioral needs.
All right, thanks, Veronica. How do you feel about the number of school lockdowns in our area? Has it affected your family? You can join the conversation on our Valley News Live Facebook page.
Cold tonight and tomorrow morning. It's a good thing Bison tailgaters are a tough bunch. Hutch, are we talking teens or single digits overnight?
Well, we will see single-digit temperatures, and many of us will have teens below for wind chills as we go toward the morning. There's still a few flakes flying from Bismarck out towards Sisseton and southeast North Dakota, taking it a little closer. All of the heavy snow out of our viewing area as we head into the overnight hours. Numerous reports of anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of snow along the South Dakota border. Here's a look at the Dakota Magic Casino cam and I-29. A few light flakes still falling. Watch for slippery conditions across areas tonight. Here's your wind chills at the Fargo Dome tomorrow morning, 7:30. 6 below is what it'll feel like, and wind will be picking up through the morning hours to around 10 to 20 miles per hour. It looks like an unbalmy start to the weekend. I'll have details about the rest of that weekend and the travel forecast for the week ahead here in a minute.
That's one way to describe it.
Yes.
Thanks.
Medical examiners are trying to ID the victim of a deadly car train crash in the Southern Valley. The Wilkin County Sheriff's Office says the driver of an SUV died after crashing with the train at a crossing near Doran, Minnesota. That's south of Breckenridge, and it happened yesterday morning. The victim's vehicle burst into flames after impact. The roads were icy at the time, but it's not clear if that was a factor in the crash.
President Trump says people have to behave, and we're writing up rules and regulations. This in the wake of the legal victory for CNN reporter Jim Acosta. A federal judge ruled that Acosta can keep his White House press credentials. Last week, the White House revoked Acosta's pass after he had a fiery exchange with President Trump during a news conference. In today's ruling, the judge ordered both parties to file a joint status report next week on how to proceed in the case.
Minnesota State Representative-elect Hunter Cantrell is pushing to ban a kind of therapy that aims to change a person's sexual orientation or gender identity. The bill would prevent licensed mental health care providers from practicing conversion therapy on youth under age 18. The American Psychiatric Association defines conversion therapy as counseling or psychotherapy that aims to change a person because of their sexuality or gender expression. The association has said it opposes any treatment based on the assumption that homosexuality is a mental disorder. Outfront Minnesota says an official ban on conversion therapy would help prevent issues that LGBTQ youth face, including depression, substance abuse, and suicide. There are currently 14 states that ban conversion therapy, along with Washington, D.C.
Buying cookware branded by a celebrity will not make you a better chef or a TV star, but it might be an improvement over cooking on old, warped, and worn-out pots and pans.
Consumer Reports just tested cookware sets from celebrity names like Rachel Ray and popular brands like All-Clad, Cuisinart, and Le Creux, and more. Valley News Team's Lisa Bedeau has our story.
Browning pancakes to check for cooking evenness. Simmering sauce, sauteing potatoes. These are just a few of the checks Consumer Reports runs to see how well cookware performs. Recently, testers looked at several sets from celebrities like Rachel Ray and the Pioneer Woman and familiar brands like All-Clad and Cuisinart. The sets come in a variety of materials from anodized aluminum, coated cast iron, and stainless. Testers also looked at nonstick coated pans. This egg release test checks how nonstick a pan really is. Testers are looking for the egg to slide off easily and leave nothing behind. They even scrubbed coated pans 2,000 times with steel wool to see how durable the nonstick coating is. So which sets do the best in Consumer Reports tests?
Nonstick cookware tends to do really well in our testing because it releases food easily and it's easy to clean up.
Cuisinart's Green Gourmet hard anodized set for $250 seared the nonstick competition and earned top ratings. But you need more than nonstick for a well-rounded cookware collection.
There are definitely times you want uncoated cookware like stainless steel or cast iron, especially if you're searing food. You can't really get nonstick cookware hot, but you can sear in cast iron or stainless steel.
Because cookware sets can be costly. For example, the top-rated uncoated All-Clad cookware set costs $600. Consumer Reports also tested some fry pans separately and suggest buying pots and pans individually. Top scores for individual fry pans went to this $115 All-Clad tri-ply stainless steel fry pan. And for nonstick fry pans, consider Red Copper Nonstick, a best buy for $20. Lisa Bedeau, Valley News Live.
Consumer Reports says it's also important to choose the right cookware for the type of range you have. For smooth top ranges, look for cookware with a disc base. That's a dead, flat surface fused to the bottom. For gas ranges, skip the disc bases and choose solid metal with the same thickness throughout.
If you're looking for something fun to do this weekend and get some holiday shopping done while you're at it, why not try the Pride of Dakota Holiday Showcase? It's underway at Shields Arena. Shoppers can find unique items, including gourmet food, wine, art, books, jewelry, apparel, pet items, and more.
It's a huge enterprise in the state. It sets up a lot of businesses to get going. I mean, home businesses come in here and sell their stuff where they wouldn't otherwise have an opportunity. Everything's North Dakota handmade, and come on out and see us.
The Holiday Showcase will open tomorrow, 9, and it'll close at 5 in the afternoon. On Sunday, the hours are 11 to 4. Admission is $2, but if you bring a reusable cloth bag, you can save $1. Kids 12 and under are free.
Later on Valley News Live at 10, a North Dakota lawmaker wants to give schools a chance to arm themselves.
Gray skies and some midday lowering clouds, just a few flurries through the FM area. As snow missed the FM area to the south. Temperatures are cold now, and they're on their way down. I'll have details on how low they go, and we'll look towards Thanksgiving coming up right after this.